Alright, so this is going to be a brief video going through Brett Harrison's recent announcement. Just came out today, 11:27 a.m. Eastern Time, that he will be stepping down as the president of FTX, which I do think is interesting, especially with the timing shortly after GameStop and FTX's partnership. But I want to be very clear, this is a speculative video. There's also a great possibility this has absolutely nothing to do with GameStop, so don't get your hopes up too much. Just hear what I have to say. It's my personal thoughts. Develop your own thoughts. Do your own due diligence. Create your own thesis as to what you think will happen. But pretty much he announced he's stepping down. He's still staying with the company though. And I'm going to let you kind of read through this here as I'm scrolling down. I'm just going to read the seventh tweet, I believe it was, that really caught my attention. So you can kind of read this here as I'm going down. He's talking about how he's grateful for his time there. He's one of the first 3 employees. So he's right there with the founder Sam. And he thanks Sam right here in this tweet. And he talks about how they've acquired LedgerX and Embedded and getting to know and work with regulators and lawmakers. Okay, that's interesting. If there was to be a blockchain-based exchange, this would be the guy that would have knowledge on it, right? I mean, of all people in the world with such new technology, he has a lot of knowledge and credibility, I would imagine, with regulators, considering how closely FTX has worked with them as cryptos become increasingly popular. Some of the partners they have, such as Tom Brady, right? And if you look at this 7th tweet here, this is really what I'm excited about, hence why I retweeted it. The technology frictions that will occur at that intersection, or I guess we should read this one first. This industry is at a number of crossroads. The one that matters most to me as a financial technologist is the intersection of the arrival of larger market participants and the increasing fragmentation and technological complexity of the market's landscape. We are definitely in one of the most complex markets ever. As time goes on, there's more and more debt. There's more and more complicated financial products. Think about all the ETFs that 2x this, inverse GameStop ETF, all kinds of crazy things they're coming out with, right? The market's landscape is becoming more and more complicated. And I really personally do believe blockchain needs to be involved to create transparency and just overall reform of markets. Of course, that is not overnight. I'm not saying that anyway, just speaking from the mind here. And then tweet 7, the technological frictions that will occur at this intersection and how effectively they're reduced will be a critical factor in determining the future growth and stability of crypto markets, their liquidity, their capitalization, their resilience, and their utility. Okay, well, he's probably mostly talking about crypto markets, but you can't rule out the idea of tokenized securities, right? Like tokenizing a security such as a stock. It's been speculated on a long time by individuals who are invested in GameStop. Again, I'm just presenting some information here. Think what you want. I'm just telling you what I think off the top of my head. But where I go back here is that only 6 days ago? Yeah, the 21st, this is the 29th, or well, I can't do math. That's 8 days, whatever. Point is, about a week ago, Brett Harrison, president of FTX US, not anymore, but still with the company. At FTX, we prioritize the experience of our users, a belief that is shared by GameStop and one that has played an integral role in establishing the company as the premier video game retailer for consumers. We are excited for GameStop to become our preferred video game retail partner in the US and leverage their high traffic retail locations and significant web presence to further merge gaming and crypto fans. Could this sentence right here have to do with this today? Maybe. I'm very curious because at the end here he says, I can't wait to share more about what I'm doing next. Until then, I'll be assisting Sam and the other team with this transition to ensure FTX ends the year with its characteristic momentum. Again, just speculating, but also when you look back here at this article, I referenced this in another recent video. This is back from February 21st of 2022, just when at crypto exchange FTX is launching a gaming unit to drive token adoption. Okay, so we're kind of starting to see some of these parallels between Brett Harrison, FTX, and GameStop. And again, I'm just kind of throwing a lot at you so you can kind of make your own inferences. But my thought is Brett Harrison is going to be involved with GameStop directly very soon. I'm just not exactly sure how. That will be very interesting to see. And here again, he's in this article specifically talking about it. About gaming, I think the backlash is primarily out of concern that the focus of cryptocurrency will divert the efforts of game studios away from making the best possible game for players. So pretty much he's talking about here gaming and the blockchain and kind of the bridge that needs to be crossed where individuals want to still care about the game and the Web3 technology behind it is really what's just powering it, not like the game itself. The game is still fun and it's about the game rather than the blockchain. The blockchain is just there to make the game better. I think that's what he's saying right here. But my counter argument, like I said earlier in this video that I would present, is that this is the same day that FTX does acquire Voyager, right? Like Voyager was a crypto lending platform that went bankrupt. I don't know too much about them, but I know they were a pretty decently big name in the space, but then they went bankrupt, and now FTX won the bankruptcy auction and they're buying them out. So could Brett Harrison be stepping down to run Voyager? Maybe. I'm not sure. I don't really know too much about Voyager, but I want to say like it's the same day, so I can't rule it out. But I've based on here and here, like I think he has more interest in gaming and just they see the potential. I would imagine if FTX partners with GameStop, they see the big opportunity in Web3 games. But again, everything I say in this video is just my personal thoughts and my personal opinions. And I hope you have a great day. Take care.